Today I'm going to be installing the access port into my 2015 Subaru WRX.
Come and take a ride to the ocean, stay, introduce you to the ocean, gang,
So, we got our little plug that came out of the hole. So now we have a nice, almost OEM looking hole where our wires coming out of. That's going to go into our access port. That goes under the dash, clean, nothing hanging, nothing dangling. Goes right into the OBD port where it belongs. I'm going to get my tools cleaned up, and then we will go through the access port settings. Get everything done on there, and then we will take a drive before, we'll take a drive before I turn the access port on, just so I can show you kind of baseline real quick, not long, just on the street, what's going on without the access port, and then the reasons, I can point out some of the reasons that I installed this today, and why. So let's get onto the road and hit it. Alright, so we are back in the car. Car's on. Access port is unplugged, if you can see the wire here. So the access port is unplugged, it is not on. This is still the factory settings, or ECU map, whatever you want to call it. I do have to reset my radio because I just disconnected my battery right before this video, so don't mind that. But anyway, yeah, let's go for a little ride. So while we are driving, try to pay a little bit of attention to, if not all of your attention to, the tachometer. The RPMs in this car from factory, it's called rev hang. So when you, in most cars, when you shift or when you depress the clutch in order to shift gears in a manual transmission car, the throttle closes, cutting off, you know, gas and air to the motor, significantly decreasing the RPM that the car or the motor is spinning at. Well, in this particular car, I think it's the 15, 16, 17. I think they might have fixed it in 18, but I'm not sure about that because I don't have an 18. But from the research that I've done, in the 15, 16, and 17s at least, in the WRX model, which is what I have, when you go and you push the gas, the tachometer just kind of hangs there and floats there for a second. If you can notice, it doesn't just immediately start to go down. It's not a bad thing by any means. I mean, Subaru would have never designed it that way if it was gonna be bad, but it's just kind of, it's like slightly annoying when you're driving. If you're driving this car and kind of revving it out to 5,000, 6,000, and then you know, shifting fairly quickly, the rev hang is very, very noticeable. Not to say that I do that often, because I don't. I generally don't beat on this car at all. I'm just trying to kind of express that, like, it just like that. You can see it almost never left 4,000 or 3,000 by the time I've already re-engaged the clutch in the next gear and engaged, you know, started pressing the gas. The car is still just kind of sitting there, and then it falls back as I'm pushing the gas. So it's just weird. I don't like it. With the access port, one of the things that they programmed into the access port for this car was to eliminate that. So that was one of the bigger reasons as to why I got this, was to eliminate the rev hang, as well as, again, to be able to keep an eye on the parameters of the engine. So that's one thing. I don't know if, you know, again, I'll try to point it out through graphics on the screen, if I haven't already. But on the way back, I'll get on it a little bit more, and just to kind of give you an idea of just how kind of annoying it is. So, like, see how it just, like, my foot was not on the gas, like, I'm gas off, and it just hangs there. So do it again. We're going foot off the gas, and it just kind of hangs there. So yeah, we're gonna get the access port plugged in. That should help that. According to all of the research that I've done, it should also kind of, I guess, for almost the lack of not knowing how else to explain it, almost recalibrate the throttle or the fuel injection, or it increases. Oh, this is the turn that I want to go down. It will increase the throttle response of the car. So basically, instead of just pushing my foot down and waiting for the car to go, it goes a little bit, not faster, but quicker. So it's not gonna make the car go have a faster top speed, but it will very slightly increase the quickness at which the car responds when I push the gas pedal. So yeah, so we're almost back at the park now. That was a little drive just to kind of show the car before the access port has been installed, give the battery a little bit more of a charge with the driving, because we are now going to be the engine is not going to be running, but the car is going to be on for a short period of time while the access port does its thing, installing itself, or whatever you want to call it. So let's get back into our nice shady spot over here. So now we will do the access port thing, and then we'll go for another little drive so I can show the difference between the access port being installed and no access port. So yeah, let's get this thing programmed and on. Alright, so we have returned from our drive. We saw how the car was with no changes to the ECU from the access port. The car is still on and running. We should now have a nice fully charged battery. I'm going to turn the car off. And now we are going to start the access port pairing to the car. This should take anywhere between 5 and 7 minutes or so. There's a nice STI right there, maybe a WRX. Nice blue car right there. Anyway, so we're gonna pair this to the car. Should take anywhere between 5 and 7 minutes. And then we will take the car for another drive and see the difference. So I'm gonna get this plugged in. Car needs to be off for the first initial plug-in of the access port. So I'll get this plugged in. Access port will turn on. Hopefully that is nice and visible. Alright, so okay, select accept or go forward, cancel, do not accept, cancel, go back. I'm going to accept and go forward. Install access port to your vehicle. That is what I want to do. Please wait while the access port initializes communication with your vehicle. Verify that ignition switch is in the on position. So I have a push to start. I'm going to push the button twice to put it in the on position. Vehicle is now on, indicated by all the lights on in the dashboard. Please confirm that your vehicle matches the indicated results. 2015 US domestic market WRX manual transmission. I'm going to continue. Please wait, please wait. So I am going to select the stage 1. I am on 93 octane. So I'm going to do the stage 1 93 octane. I don't have any modifications here. So I'm going to select that one. A 10 battery charger. So they recommend a battery charger so your battery doesn't die. If your battery dies during this process, it could brick the computer, which would be very bad. So that's why they recommend having it on a charger. But as long as you have a fully charged healthy battery, you should be fine. Again, this only takes about 5 to 7 minutes. Most healthy batteries should be able to last anywhere between 15 and 20 at the minimum, and still be able to hold enough of a charge to start. So we're just gonna wait for this to go. It should take about 5 minutes, and I will catch back up to you as soon as this is loaded. Alright, so we just hit 100% on here. Please turn and leave the vehicle ignition in the off position. So I'm going to put this one more time without my foot on the clutch. That will turn the car off. To begin the vehicle reinitialization. So car is now off, indicated by all of the lights on the dashboard going off. That one will go off in a second. So car is off, and continue. Please leave the ignition off while the vehicle reinitializes to complete the reflash process. The vehicle must remain off for the entire duration or the reflash may not fully complete. So yep, keep it off until this goes. It's almost done. 84, 90. Alright, please turn the ignition key to the on position so the access port can begin the reset procedure. So again, I'm going to turn the vehicle to on, but I'm not going to push the clutch in. I'm not going to turn the engine on. I'm just going to turn the electronics on in the vehicle. So push 1, push 2. That's going to turn everything on, again indicated by all the lights on the dashboard. Hit continue. Please wait while the access port resets the ECU learning. No action required. So again, I'm just gonna sit here with the engine, the accessories on and the engine off. Installation successful. Turn the ignition key to off position for at least 15 seconds before starting the vehicle. So I'm gonna turn the car off. Again, indicated lights off. At least 15 seconds. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Just kidding. Not actually gonna do that. I'm gonna just wait a little bit longer. I'll hit continue, see what it says. Remember to connect Access Port Manager for new updates. Okay, I did. Alright, so again, that just said something about connecting Access Port to Access Port Manager. While I just wait another little while, again, it only said 15 seconds, so I would be fine to start the car now. But one thing that is very important when first installing an access port onto a vehicle for the first time, make sure you connect the access port first to your computer. I did actually have to run home and do that. That way I made sure it was fully up to date before I connect it to my car. I don't want to be updating my car with any old information. That would not be good. I don't necessarily know when this access port was built and had the software installed onto it, so I did bring it home. I did connect it to my computer and make sure that it was up to date before I did all of this. So again, very important, make sure you do that step before you connect it to your car. So I am going to clutch in, push the button, car should start, and nothing so far, which is a good sign. That's great. So before we go for a ride, let's go through the access port and see exactly, kind of get an idea of what we can see with everything on the access port. So I am still editing this and coming to the realization that it is going to be almost an hour long. If you are still watching this, thank you so much. You must either be really bored or actually trying to learn something here. But yeah, I just fast forwarded this part, the part of me explaining my access port settings, because I really don't want this to be an hour long, and I am not an expert by any means on any of these settings. You can very easily find people who are trained mechanics and trained people who know a lot about all of these different parameters and settings as to what you should and shouldn't monitor. I highly recommend you do the research before you even purchase the access port anyways. So yeah, if you're looking for settings and stuff that you should monitor, I highly recommend doing some research and picking them for reasons as opposed to picking them because other people have them. And again, thank you so much for watching this. I am going to be showing the drive in order to show the difference between before and after. But again, thank you so much for watching this video. And again, I hope I see you guys in the next one. go take a little bit of a drive, windows up, so I'm not going to get too much wind noise. Radio is off, so I'm not going to get any form of copyright infringement. Let's go for a ride and see what this exactly did to the car. We're gonna go the exact same route as last time. So just kind of at low RPMs. It does, I mean, it's not like outrageously more responsive, but it does kind of seem a little bit more. Alright, so the first thing I'm looking for is that rev hang to be gone. And it's pretty much gone. So again, before, when I would depress the clutch and push the gas, the RPMs kind of just hang there, or hung there. So now we're gonna go, and now it definitely, like, it's more for sure, like, alright, so how do I explain this to the best as possible? So before, when I would change gears and push the gas in, it's there, I would assume, for smoothness, just for a smoother transition between gears, because now when I depress the clutch and push the gas, it's definitely like, it's almost like the clutch gets stiffer in a way. Like it definitely responds to me getting off the clutch and pushing the gas, as opposed to before where it would just kind of hang there. So yeah, so that's cool. So the next project for this is going to be, I'm gonna put an intake on it. Like I was saying before, I like the sound, the turbo noises. Like when you really listen to it now, you can hear the, let me get my shoes on here. You can hear the turbo spool now. But that's like, I'll show you when I do that video. That's like through the factory air box and the factory air filter, and it's very restrictive, and it really muffles the noise the turbo makes. So that's going to be the next project on the channel. That one will be coming up either tomorrow or the next day. I noticed uploading the tire video. That video took, like, I mean, it's still uploading right now, and I started uploading that thing at like 6 or 7 o'clock yesterday. It's, I don't know, where's my phone? It is 3:31 on May 19th right now. So it's been almost 24 whole hours since I clicked upload, and it's still not done. Like when I went home to upload to update the access port, it said it was at like 87%. So it'll be done today. It'll probably be posted by 9 o'clock tonight. but I mean, that's crazy. So I'm trying to change up some settings and stuff with when I'm recording and when I'm uploading, because I think like the first video I uploaded, the video where I was just talking, and we went for a ride through Rhode Island. That video rendered in like 2 hours, and then it uploaded in like, I don't know, I think it was like 45 minutes to an hour. I mean, it might have been longer than that, but it was like fast. Like, I wasn't expecting it to. I went out and like I just hung out and like got off the computer for a while and let it upload. I was expecting it to be like 2 or 3 or 4 hours, and I went up to my computer and I noticed that it was done unexpectedly. It was just like so fast. So I don't know if with this video of the fixing the tire, which is the one I'm talking about taking so long to upload, if this video I uploaded it hopefully in like 2.5K, and I think I'm positive that that's why it's taking so long to go. But I uploaded it in 2.5K, and it's like almost 3,000 megabytes. So I think that's why I'm like 99.999% sure that's why it's not, or it's taking forever. So I'm going to, I mean, I don't know if I can get higher upload speeds at home through my internet provider, or my parents' internet provider, I should say. I don't know if they are capable of getting higher upload speed, because like I don't need download speed. But if I can get better upload speed, that would definitely decrease upload times, and I could keep the high video quality. Because I feel like the first one I uploaded, the ride through Rhode Island, I feel like that one just didn't look great. Like, I watched it on my computer on YouTube and I couldn't get it higher than like 360p. Like, it just looked like crap. I don't know if you watched that video and you thought it looked okay, can you just let me know in the comments of this video whether or not the sound was crap, period. I did it at Coal State Park. Like, it sounded like crap. But in terms of the image quality, was that okay? Like, did it look bad? Did you watch it on a computer? Did you watch it on a tablet, a phone? Just let me know in the comments, that way, because like I'm still learning this stuff. So the more information I can get about how you guys are seeing my videos, the better I can make them for you, and the more enjoyable I can make them to watch. Because that's the goal here, is to make something that you want to watch. So anyway, rant over. I am going to I'm actually going to record the intake stuff now. I'm going to put the intake in and do all that stuff now, but you guys won't get that video for another couple of days, because again, my upload speed takes like a day just to upload. So yeah, I will see you in the next video, and hopefully, like, I mean, at least you're getting entertained. I don't know how informational this stuff is to you personally, but hopefully my stupidity is yeah. So recap of what we did today. Access port is in. It's all wired through our dashboard, nice and clean, and through this hole, plugged in the OBD. I got my little thing over here. I just whacked my head on it because I had forgotten about it. I don't know if you noticed the little dangle right next to my head while I was just ranting on. But anyway, yeah, that's enough for today. I will see you in the next video. That will be intake going on this car. Let me know how the videos have been going. What can I do to make them more enjoyable and pleasurable for you personally? I will be I'm sure I've literally got 0 subscribers right now, so like I'm sure the comments will come nice and slowly. But at least for the first year or so of this channel, like until I start getting like crazy Adam LZ like style comments, I will be reading all of the comments, responding to all of the relevant ones. Relevant, even if you just say hi, that's relevant, I'll respond to that. But responding to all the relevant ones, and I will be taking all recommendations extremely seriously, because again, I want to put out content that you want to watch. I do have things that I would like to show you guys how to do myself, but again, I want to make that content entertaining for you. I want you to be entertained while you're learning. I learn the best that way. I've learned a lot of things. I mean, all this stuff I learned through school, but a lot of other things I've learned by YouTube and through very entertaining but informative content creators. So that's all I have for today. If you liked what you saw, like the video. If you want to keep seeing some more of this, beard's actually going away tomorrow. I have just made an appointment for a haircut because quarantine has caused hair people to have to do some pretty funky stuff, like not work. So yeah, haircut tomorrow. This crap's going away, so the next videos I film after this, you won't see this ugliness anymore. But yeah, if you want to see some more, subscribe. Hit the bell if you subscribe, that way you are notified when I post, and I will see you in the next one.